I've started a challenge to transform this entire valley, and today I want to attempt to finish it. We still have so much to do as I want to connect all my farms up with this world's first train line. Of course, the train needs a home, so I want to take this boring side of the valley and transform it into a vineyard train depot. What do trains and vineyard have to do with each other? Well, nothing, but don't all these sweet berries look cool? And if you end up enjoying this video, leaving a like and subscribing helps me out a ton. But we should probably get started as I owe over 10,000 blocks right now and counting. So heading into our storage, let's see, we have a bunch of dirt just laying around. Maybe, way more hidden here as well. We're probably gonna need most of this. And the massive project I want to do today is bring the terrain up to around that stone right there. And I wanted a lake down here in the middle where I currently have wheat. So I think I'm going to just start outlaying a little bit of a shoreline. Move myself up here to a high point. I don't want this to be a massive lake, so I think something like this is going to be pretty good. We should just probably clean it up a little bit. And well, good thing about doing this is that I've got myself even more dirt now, which is going to be good for this next step. As I now want to take this shoreline down here and figure out how to bring it up here. And I think we better just get started down here and then we can tweak it as we come along. And that actually lined up pretty well. How do we like this curve? Do think I quite like that. So I want to follow this up by trying to connect it over to where I have the path at the moment. This does connect up quite nicely. And now that I have been doing this for a little bit, I remember I should probably be double dirting as I'm going to be building things on top of this. And that's just going to help me so much later. But I'll probably skip on it for the wireframe and just do it when I'm filling in later. But I do want to continue this as I still want to transform, well, this entire area, not just end it here, because a straight line in the train like that and then just emptiness below, it won't look too good, and that's very cursed. Stop seeing into my skull, please. So let's take somewhere around here up now, where we're starting with a few longer stripes, and then as we get upwards it's going to get gradually steeper and steeper. Now the question is what we're going to do over here. So I think we just can kind of encompass the road like that, and then I do have the river somewhere up here. Now I don't quite remember my original plans for that, but that should be poking down, running through, and somehow getting into the lake. Somehow. I did take a little peek into my files and managed to find a plan for the valley, and that has the river coming through around about here and then into the lake. The only problem with that though is that, well, the lake ended off over there on my plan, and the end is here now. What I think I want to do is probably like raise the terrain up in this area, run it down, and then in here somehow. But we'll figure that out a little later, as it means that we don't really have to think about it when we're planning this little area out. So let's see if we can try to connect these two lines up and see how that ends up looking. What I don't want happening later on is this line right here being super visible as a line in the terrain. So how I'm trying to mitigate doing that is by, for example, extending that one out 2 blocks, that one goes out 4, that one only goes out 1, and just varying it a little bit so that I kind of hide the line. But knowing me, I'll probably have to go back and fix that later on anyways. But it's something that is very easy to do and can make terraforming look really quite unnatural. But with that little nugget of terraforming knowledge given, I moved on to try and complete this wireframe. And quickly just taking a look back at how the terrain looked before the wireframe and then adding it in. But let's take a quick little break from this, where I want to head up into the mob farm, where, okay, I have 10 diamonds and I have my armor right here, and it needs a little bit of help. It's barely enchanted. Well, the boots are the only part that is. So I think we're gonna keep these boots. Might try re-rolling that, but I'm probably not gonna get much better. Maybe just with feather falling, which might be cheaper. So let's see, we're probably gonna need 2 more sets of boots here, and I don't have any levels, but let's see if we can roll these for protection at least. So many lapises later, but we've got it. Now I just need the levels. Let's see how many we have in store. Great. 16. Yeah, I'm gonna be here a while.
One eternity later.
And what we get? Protection and unbreaking. That's actually pretty good. Which means all we need to get on this is Depth Strider 3. Perfect. Well, I was standing waiting for some XP here and I forgot to unpause the recording, but I did fix the boots. I got pretty lucky and got protection and unbreaking 3. And then I combined them and realized I only had 1 level left. So now I'm waiting for more XP again to enchant the pants. And level 31s again, which I definitely need to add more spawners to this, but yeah, okay, that's good. That's what we needed. Then let's go for the chest plates. Oh, we're getting so lucky. Then we only have the helmet left, but I think I'm gonna be needing an extra helmet or 2. Problem with that, however, is that I don't have any more diamonds. And hello there. I'm gonna be a little lazy and I'll trade with you. Bye. And I know I could technically use my create drill here, but I kind of just want to go caving because it's fun. And I also found this cave in the last episode when I was looking for mob spawners, and I kind of want to explore it. So let's spend a couple of minutes going for some ores. Oh, and of course, this is where I find myself. Maybe we try going for a swift sneak book while we're at it. I mean, doesn't hurt, right? Oh, didn't think about that one. Okay, it's fine. Right, okay, let's try removing this one. Seems like we're good. Book. No, coal. This is making these looting very, very tedious. Oh. Okay, maybe I'll be careful. I'll be careful. Okay, let's hope for this one. Nope. Okay, one more. The swift sneak is gonna be in the chest. Oh, swift sneak 2. Come on. Oh, great. I've also found pants that I've just made. Didn't need to make them even. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think that might be my last one. Okay, I think cooldown had gone down to 1. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, how on earth am I gonna get these chests? There's so many shriekers here. Right, okay. Let's try to block them in. Can I now make an attempt to break these 2? Ooh, that works. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. That's not good. That's no good. That's no good. Bye. Bye. No, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. 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 You know, it was nice. It was nice. This is not how I'm losing the world. Nope. No, I refuse. I refuse. Okay, that was terrifying, but I do have 6 diamonds. These 6 diamonds can be turned into how many? 10. That's great. Okay, good. Which means I can make 2 more helmets. And enchanting done. Yeah. Probably will be. Applying these 2 together. Let's see which one is the cheapest. And a mending book. Then this one needs a mending book. The pants I'm going to put Swift Sneak 2 on for now. Mending pants and mending boots. And okay, I just need 14 more and I'm all done. Gear upgraded, and I want to do one final bit of planning. Cobblestone will be perfect for the task, and I need to make my way over to the far side here, where the thing I want to plan is where our terrain line is going to go through the valley, as I want a point that all of the resources generated in here is kind of transported to. So if we just take this through the forest over here, and I want to bring it over and in to, let's see, into the side of the hill round about here. Obviously, this is very, very approximate as well. I'm going to have to see how I can fit the train tracks in later. But that's going to enter this side of the hill here, and we'll have the loading station underground. Bringing it around, I want to move it over to our starting area, and this little hillside here feels like the perfect place to bring it back out again, where we're entering this side, which it can come up here, and then I kind of wanted to enter the hill again right where the nether portal is. Then that's going to travel underground, loading that up with iron somewhere along the way, and eventually I think bringing the tracks up and out somewhere around here, where we can bring them over, follow the cliffside here, and again into the mountain right here. Kind of the goal with this is just going to be having some train tracks visible and maybe seeing the train here and and there. But then once it actually gets to somewhere where it needs to pick stuff up, it'll go in underground, and then we'll eventually spot it leaving that place and just traveling around a bit. But I kind of forgot to plan for train stations in the build, so this is the way I figured out soloing it. Anyways, that's gonna be underground, and then eventually I want to bring it back over to that side where we're gonna have our train depot. Where I want to bring that out, I'm not quite sure. Maybe through the tuff here, or we'll do it a little higher up the mountain and we'll transport it over somehow. With a few lines of paint added above the cobblestone, this is going to be a good plan. But all this running around and a little larger scale project has made me want to get an item. And I'm going to need a few more ender pearls for that. Ah, there the word first is. Hopefully enough endermen will spawn for us. Ooh, and I already see one. Can never be too careful, so boat and sword. That's definitely enough ender pearls. Now I gotta find my way back and over to the fortress. And arriving over at the fortress, I've got to find a few places to kill. Which I do think I had a spawner just around here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Okay. I am absolutely terrified about these because I almost lost one of my old hardcore worlds with them. And I don't want to lose this one. Although since we have looting, we really don't have to be here a long time, which is nice. If they would spawn. Yeah. They are definitely spawning. I've actually been sitting here for like... Oh, there they are. That should definitely be enough. Yep, let's get out of here. Dropping a few things off at home. Let's craft up 12 blaze powder for now and 12 eye of enders. And let's see if we can make our way over to the end. Which way will we be going? Oh, that way. Okay, great. We're on earth did that end up? I'm going to go ahead and say that I lost it, and let's just take belt. Or actually, looking at the terrain, it's just a bunch of trees. Now, belt, you can stay behind. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I've just thought about it. Belt is about to be replaced. I feel like I've kind of forgotten how far away from spawn strongholds are in an early world. As well, in my last world, I literally based almost on top of one because I went a bit away from spawn. But I'm hoping that we're there kind of soon. Where did that go? Oh, we're here. I think we're here. Now, just, can I get that one back, please? Nope, I've had terrible luck. That's the fourth one I've thrown, and that's the fourth one that's been destroyed. Oh, random cave provides with a mob spawner. I don't think I'll be bringing this one back home, though. It's a little far. Do we maybe consider finding it as well? Because I feel like we're very far down now. Did I miss it? Am I even in the right spot? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Right when I start doubting myself. Ooh. Hello there, friend. Okay. Love myself a few extra books if I can just put away all the flowers I grabbed on the way. And I don't have silk touch here, so we're just gonna get the books, but I think that's fine. Ooh, the eye armor trim. I forgot about that. Oh, amazing. No idea how it looks. I still need to figure out how I'm gonna paint my armor. And I mean, while I'm at it, I am missing a few cobwebs in the attic and the starter base, so maybe just grab a few of these. Sweet. Now let's actually go and try see if we can find the portal. Ooh, diamonds. Not that I really need them anymore, but I will always take them. Also, that eye trim I found doesn't seem to be too rare, considering I found one in every single chest I've opened. Oh, finally. Okay, that took a while. Oh boy. Let me just break that. And one eye is in there. So we're gonna need 2 more. And then we all just place these in. And well, I'm gonna leave the last one for now, as I need to head back and get a few more things prepared. Mainly I'm missing this one important thing for the end fight, a bow. Back over here, and I've done a few small preparation, and I think I'm pretty much ready to go once I've enchanted a bow. But the XP farm is a little slow, so this might take a little time anyways. Well, okay, let's just try to combine these. Let's go 13, and yep, that's a pretty good bow. Grab an arrow on the way out, and let's head and do the fight. Hopping in here, let's activate the portal. and just bring out a few blocks just in case we'll need them right away. And I think I'm ready. Luckily, this isn't that scary of a fight. Just no bugs, please. Oh, no. And this is probably one of the worst spawns you can spawn with, especially since I don't have any ender pearls and I'm talking really fast because I'm a little scared. That was so far away from the platform. I hate that. I hate it. Okay, never mind. We're good. Overreacting much? Nope. Definitely not. Just wanna grab a safety pearl here. Okay, all crystals out. Definitely didn't miss anything. Time to shoot at the dragon. I'm great at this game. Definitely hitting all my shots here. Yep, I haven't missed a single shot yet. I was going to do this only with the bow, but honestly, I'm not going to be able to do that. Standing in here in the middle scares me so much because this is how I lost my last hardcore world. But without an elytra, it should be fine. Take this dragon. And one more. Oh, missed it. Final one. No? Got it! Ooh, drops a head. Yoink. Give me those levels. Great, I'll come back for the egg later. For now, I want to head out and get myself an elytra and some shulker boxes. Okay, ender pearl goes through. Never mind. I go through. And we're good. And, it can't be better. It can't be better, can it? Can I walk over there as well? Okay, almost. First stop just has to be the elytra, as it's gonna make being in the end so much safer. And well, here we go. That feels good. And some extra loot. Also going to just craft up a few rockets here. Actually, why don't we craft up all? So we're gonna need them at some point anyway, so we'll just do that and let's start looting. Well, 40 shulk shells later, a few end rods, and minimal gear. There were literally no other chests than in the actual ship. I think I've been distracted enough this episode, and we should probably get back to the project. And to continue the project, I need to do some material gathering. The first thing on my list is going to be a lot of spruce. Oh, ouch. I'm a terrible player. And over towards my villagers, I have a bunch of spruce trees, and I think it is good to just stock up. Because if we just bring out the saw here as we're flying in, we need to access one of the logs, place the saw and our hand crank, and break the log. Then I'm gonna find my way through the leaves here to this log. Where we now cut this down, we should fell all of them, except a few. Over a chest of spruce logs and our trees were planted, let's head back home. But before that, making a quick stop at the lumber mill, where I quickly just want to grab up a few oak logs and a few stripped oak logs. Back at the starter now, I quickly want to craft these logs down. Oh boy, that's a lot more spruce than I thought, and I have more wood supplies in here and even more in here. This build's got quite a lot of wood. But even with all of that, I still need more. This time, however, it's bamboo, and I have a very ugly little patch here on the backside that I can take from. Should really put this on flat ground, shouldn't I? And this makes for... what? Oh, this might actually be enough, as I need another 60 to strip down. And right... no, that is a recipe now. Updating the mod has fixed it. Great. Ah, perfect. Along with that, though, we do need to craft up 34 of these into bamboo planks as well. And once that is stripped up, that should finish off the wood. Even though I'm in the middle of gathering materials, I quickly want to tackle an area of the valley which I wanted to do for a while. I started off by extending down the river that currently starts above the oak lumber mill before coming back in and connecting this up with the ground. Due to me wanting this river to gradually slope, I had to do quite a bit of terraforming. And with this quick little 3-hour distraction, I'm glad to say that I've now placed over 5,000 terrain blocks in this episode. but we still have quite a few to go. Luckily, we have all of this to do over here. But before we do tackle that, I do want to finish the material gathering, and I want to see how much raw ore do I have. Okay, doesn't look like a lot. The copper I'm not too worried about, as gathering that up is going to be super easy, but I have been seeing a few roofs over on my Pinterest that I really want to go a go. That I really want to give a go. And for those, I need a whole bunch of raw iron and raw copper. And the copper's almost enough, but I need quite a lot more raw iron. And since I have the elytra now, we can easily fly up to one of these mountaintops to see if we can gather some up. This hopefully shouldn't take too long, but I do almost need 9 stacks. Well, that's more than I need. Perfect. Now I just need to grab a few more blocks of copper, but shouldn't really need that much. And it's also insane how much smaller our world gets once you get the elytra, because there's the dark oak forest, and my base is literally there. That felt like such a journey in the first episode. Throwing this in our boxes, I also need to grab up a bit of copper here. And I need a bunch of exposed and normal copper. So I'm probably just gonna, take an axe to that. And that. I don't need too many of these, but I do need about 15 blocks, I think. Got them waxed. Let's turn them into cut copper. And then we can turn these two into slabs. Perfect. That's gonna make for a great roof. Then all that was left was grabbing up a few more building blocks. With everything moved over to the build site, I want to jump straight into building, starting us off with, you guessed it, even more terraforming. This time creating a few boulders for the train depot to rest on, and also clearing a little bit of space for us to build on. I won't lie, there was a surprising amount of terrain to remove. Didn't quite realize how into the mountain I built this, but let's find our tough blocks spread out in the boxes here, where I want to start working on a few cellar walls. And make our way upstairs using a bit of spruce stairs, and then using a whole bunch of spruce planks now to fill in the top floor. Then beginning some walls around this platform of spruce, of course, where I want to bring in a little bit of wood into a mainly packed mud pallet. Once up here, I want to bring in just that row of spruce planks, but this is oak planks. I know my wood types. Then continue our mud walls around before adding a little outcropping using a lighter block palette, including mainly sandstone, but also a little bit of birch. Already added in the details for the sandstone walls, but these need a bit more. Bring in a few darker blocks to help with that, as I want to get some soul campfires. Soul campfires up here, and then more trapdoors. Put those out, and that will be our window details. Then just turning the corner, I want to bring out some pipes and copper casings, where this is just going to go straight down into the ground, like this one, and then we'll probably route those on the inside, but that's mainly decorational. Adding in some white stained glass right up here, then moving to this place, and this is actually where the train is going to enter the train depot. And it's going to be a pretty small train, as I really want to use the narrow gauge tracks. And well, I'm not quite sure of how it's going to turn out yet, so I'm very excited to get to working on that. But I do want to just add in the little barn door, where I think I've decided for a bridge crossing the valley, and then it's going to be leaving the terrain over there somewhere. And I kind of want to connect it up to a future gatehouse, which I'm quite excited about. But that city project is next episode. For now, let's focus on this, adding in a few trapdoors right here, and I do want to just add in even some back here so that we don't fall in. This is a very big room, so I do want to divide it into 2 separate parts using some trapdoors. And this side here, where we're on right now, is mainly going to be decorational, while this one is going to be where we actually are unloading the train. Just adding in a few tables for maybe planning or something. Not really sure what they're going to be used for. I'll come back for a few more details in a little bit, but I do want to just extend out the pipe pipes, as I think this is gonna look really good. That, and then this will go off in this direction above the divider. Where that will end up, I've got no idea. A few extra small details in, as I want to start working on a little inside roof here. First, let's get some stairs in just across there. Getting ourselves up here with our scaffolding before we start placing a ton of slabs. To start our actual roof, I want to work in some Dean bricks. On the sides of this, we're going to be using some spruce for our trim. I want to add in 3 planks right there. Then we can go another 4 stairs before adding in another 3. And this is going to be 2 outcroppings, as this is going to be a very, very boring roof otherwise. Going to extend this up 1 more block and then get a strip here in the middle. Before we get all too carried away here, we're just going to add in the inner wall as well, or the top. Well, I am confused on what I'm even saying myself. Before we can continue the roof, of course. Roof in, and I want to add in some shutters and some ladders maybe down here just for a little bit of detail. Oh, wait, no, I can't have those because I need to go get some copycats. I need to have those 1 more block forward. Quickly drop down, and let's see, where are those? 4 copycat steps. And oh, it's so nice having the Elytra new building because you can grab stuff so easily. Just place these in the corner. Then on the back side, I have left some gaps in the roof just to add in a chimney or 2 even. Just gonna be mixing this up with some cobblestone and stone. And I want to get this one like that. And then finishing this one off with a campfire. And I'm missing the trapdoors. Ouch. Continuing on this top part of our build, I next up want to work on another shape using a new block palette. Sticking with a similar bright one as the sandstone below, this time leaning a bit more towards the yellow tones using some bamboo. With that done, I moved on and quickly finished the remaining roof. And I've gotta say, the train depot looks pretty good. Forgetting to hit unpause on my recording, I jumped up to the roof to start working on a few skylights. And then in between here, I want to start working on our copper mix. Adding that up a few blocks before we start transitioning it into the iron and waxed exposed cut copper. They're both actually waxed. Got the other side of our roof here along with the chimneys in, where I want to just work on the trim here, where we extend up some spruce and then a spruce trap door, leaving that one spruce trapdoor right there to finish that off. Then on the top part here, we'll just do a stair slab and then 2 trapdoors perhaps. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. And just finish off a few leaves in front of these windows. I think that's gonna just tie it together a bit. Step back here and oh, I love that roof. This definitely has to be one of those textures that I'm going to use in the future city. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. But I think it's time for a little bit of technical things. Not in the factory itself, because I want to make our first train. And oh, I should probably look where I'm flying. And I have made a schematic, so let's put that right in here with our small train final. Yeah, it took me about like 5 attempts in a creative world to figure it out, but I finally got something I'm happy with. Throwing in a checklist in here, let's get our materials. And only 4 pages. This shouldn't be too bad. I've gathered up all of the boring blocks, and I've got a few more to get here. So let's get the decorational ones first, where I need to make some riveted loco metal. Okay, that's very easy. Please be quiet. Thanks. Trying to record here. So iron in there. Okay, that's easy. Then I'm gonna need to craft, let's see, 5 of those into green. And then the boiler, which, how do we make these? Oh, yeah, because why not? Huh? Not sure why they're such a hassle to make. I thought they were only decorational. Maybe they aren't. Let's see. Empty bucket on top. Blaze rods. And then we just... Nope. This is... Oh. Button press. This should... Right. I stole the water wheel. Why would I steal the water wheel for this one? Water wheels aren't even expensive. I could have just made a new one. Boom. Yep. Is it... Is it doing the thing? Oh boy. We have other things we can work on while we wait for that. Where we need to make, well, first of all, our train casings. And I did mine a bunch of obsidian earlier when I was clearing out the terrain. So let's just go throw these in a crushing wheel. Definitely need to set up a proper place for one of these, but this works great. So why would I? Oh boy, it's overflowing. I'm not gonna look at that. La 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 la. Out of sight, out of mind, please. Crushed obsidian coming right at us. And we still have 12 left, but I don't need that many. This will definitely be a very, very manual process at the moment. I'm just gonna set it up right here and we can keep it for a little bit. Let's see. Well, we should just be able to do that. Cogwheel and bringing out our crank. We just throw that on the ground. Heading into our backpack, grabbing our buckets. Let's just throw that in here. And we spin it in. Yep, okay, that didn't work. All right, let me go grab a depot. Oh, and our boilers that failed. Huh? It needed to be slashed. Loco metal, which I make in here. Great. What's the difference? Good. I've converted all of those. Yep, I have. And I'm very, very hungry now. But the system does work and I'm just going to leave it there for a while. The unprocessed obsidian sheets we can just put in here where we just run those through once again. And there we go. We're getting our sturdy sheets. Amazing. Grabbing our boilers and I think we can just craft everything now. The logistical age. Oh, you love to see it. Please tell me I have a precision mechanism laying around. I have an extra rotation speed controller. Great. Yeah. Got that. And I almost forgot, but we do need some train stations as well, of course. Right. That should be everything that we need. Nope. Right. I need the tracks. How do you make those? Oh boy, this is going to be a very... Oh, I need so many... I need to set up something for this, but I'll do that later. First step, saw. Second step is going to be putting them on the depot before giving them a bulk. Materials fitting perfectly into the box. Let's just grab our gunpowder and finally we can get our train going. Super odd that the schematic cannon just didn't place a few blocks, but here our cute little train is, and I want to get this right on the tracks. And well, this little train right here behind me needs a name. So if you have a good suggestion for that, comment it down below. Did also eat my glowstone, which was gonna be in here. Assemble train. There we go. Now it's a train. Hop in, and well, we can't get very far, but we can get... Oh, I haven't raised the ceiling there, but we can get in here. Wow. I need more tracks. So it's time to start the grind. First order of business is going to be constructing a train track machine. Let's fill this up with some materials, and while we wait for that, decorate this room. I want to turn this into a little storage warehouse, so adding in this wall of chests. Then I want to build up some big doors to this basement area to really make this feel like a vineyard house. And to make that even more convincing, a few barrels and tripwire hooks to act as wine barrels. Where I've now spent enough time building for the tracks to finish crafting and can now get to work on placing those in throughout the valley. And these tracks in look really, really cool. Obviously, this is still just a little sketch and, well, it needs a lot of work. But at least we have the base idea in, and I still need to hook them up through the mountains as none of these are actually really connected. But before we can work on any of that, I need to repair the shovel. So just need to stand here for a little bit because it was getting dangerously low. Tools repaired up. So let's put them to good use, where I finally want to fill in the wireframing that we started today off with making. Something quite time consuming but so necessary, as I eventually want to bring in a sweet bear vineyard above it, and we also just can't have a floating mess of lines. With that done, I moved down below it to first dig out a lake I've been wanting to make for a while, before coming back in and filling it all up with water. Where the area now looks something like this, and I'm starting to really like it. I'm so excited to start getting this vineyard in here, but we have a few floating tracks to address first and some train stations to make. So I want to take a bit of our spruce supply, and we're gonna probably need a bunch more slabs. Then craft them up a bunch of sticks of some leftover wood. I also need to craft a bunch of fence gates, because the next thing I want to tackle is making some wood bridges for our tracks. And I think I've got a pretty good idea of how I want to do this. I'm going to break the track, hold the spruce slabs in my offhand, and then if you run back down here and we just hold shift, that will place in the tracks for us. I do want to just slim this down a little bit, as I do think it's a little wide. And then we also just get extended into the terrain a little more over here. Then if we jump below, I'm just going to start spamming in a bunch of fences here. I'm not really going to care about how this looks at the moment, as I think if we just add enough, it's going to look good. That's at least what I'm hoping will happen. It's like if I add in enough support, eventually it will look supported, right? Let's take a step back here, and yeah, that does look pretty good. And down here as well, it does really work. I like that. And with the concept working, I know there's one more spot in the valley which I want to add these bridges into, and that's going to be between the train depot and the oak lumber mill. With those in, I also decided to tackle adding some texture below the train tracks and just making sure it flows nicely with the terrain. And while saying I got carried away might be an understatement, as I also fixed all of the tunnels. Yeah, we have tunnels going throughout the whole valley now. It's great. It's great. But we should probably get some of our create components set up to actually handle the train. So let's bring out the shulker here, which I've prepped. And I want to just start us off with a few item drains. And I've already forgot something. Shafts. Okay, good. I have shafts here. This will then run all the way over and into the wall, basically. And this is going to be the unloading area. So I want a few smart chutes, threshold switches, and redstone links. Then bringing out our drawers. Let's see here. We'll do these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 drawers on top of that, as we're going to be exporting 5 items in this area. And then right on top of this, we'll do some threshold switches, and then we'll do redstone links on top of those. These threshold switches are just going to control when these are full, they won't be accepting any more items. So let's go to like 9. Let's go to 100%. Just so the train doesn't fill up on items, which is just going to burn. Then we need some redstone links here on the bottom one as well, as this is going to be when we actually export it to other factories, but that's future stuff, so I'm just going to leave those for now. I do also want to actually slap a drawer upgrade on these. And I'm also actually going to use an andesite funnel, as the drawer is going to act as the sorting. Then all that's left is a portable storage interface right here, and not that andesite funnel, because that's not going to really work for us. A brass funnel. Let's see if we can pull the train forward here and match this up. Is that attached? It is. Perfect. It's yeah, that's great. That's great. And honestly, I've not even thought of what to call this valley. I need name suggestions for that as well. We need a name suggestion for the train and the valley. But I think we should take this train around to the other stations and actually hook up the inputs as well. Over at the lumber mill here, I think I just want to export 1 item to each carriage. We only need 1 stop. Depots goes in. And let's see, maybe we should just make this as easy as possible. Just put a smart chute on these 2, and then pulling out our drawer access points and just slap those on there. Should be, yep, right there. We'll just, okay. Problem is, I can't touch these lines because then that's going to mess with it. Yes, I think that's working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay, let's try for this one as well then. I think what I'm just going to do is just reroute this, and then we can just send this straight down. Oh, right, before we do leave the station, I should probably set our redstone links up so we can turn these off. Quickly just ran over to storage and grabbed up a dye and some filter items here. We'll put the dye at the bottom, and then we'll put these on top, and that's the right sides. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Next up we go. No, not meant for... it's meant for the base burner. And making my way out of that... Oh, right. Okay. Good thing I wasn't going at a fast speed, because I just collided with another train. Yeah, that really didn't take long. I'm terrified how I'm going to survive in this world when I start having trains. Okay, back on track, literally. And I guess we're just going to go and arrive at the first track here. Boom, that should start unloading stuff. Which, oh, right, that isn't spinning. Great, gets us time to fix the things over here. Lock all of these. And then the threshold switches need to be, yeah, these on the top here. Along with our pink dye. Shouts out the wall and a gearbox. And oh, everything's going the wrong way. I could have probably seen that one coming. Now it's going the right way. Woo! How is you already on? Oh, no. Threshold switches and these drawers don't work. It's not great. Oh, no, no, no. No! Iron! I'll save it. I didn't realize how much you grabbed. I didn't know it had space for this much. What? Okay. Okay, that's not great. That's a slight problem. Future problem though. We're not exporting anything right now anyways. However, I do need to set up a quick train schedule. Okay, train schedule done, and I added in a little bit of logic so that when all of these are full, the train just won't go, because that just makes sense. And let's see, it's gonna travel to depot 2. Yeah, boom. Right, that should start unloading, and those are gonna fill up. Oh, why? Hello? Oh, I made a mistake. I made a tiny little error because I'm powering those now. Right, yeah, that, yep. Great redstone stamp, great redstoning. Right, this will just have to be a little ugly. It's fine. Boom, now it's powering it. Yeah, professional. There it goes, and it should just sit here. Well, unload itself and then sit here. Now it shouldn't go anywhere though. So yeah, it works. It works. It's pretty. I'm running away. Out the window. So we should probably make something a little prettier, and I've got the shulker box here with a bunch of dirt and gravel and even some sweet berries, because I do believe I hinted at it earlier, and I really want to make a sweet berry vineyard. So I just planted a few down here just to get a few more, and I'm destroying these now because I don't want them here. But we have a bit over a stack, and then also what we have in here. So let's start and see if we can figure this out. The first thing I do want to get in is just the pathway leading up to the vineyard itself. There we go. A lot easier to get up here now. Next up, I'm envisioning a path that leads from the vineyard down to the lake in a kind of curved fashion. And this is going to be sort of the main path leading down through the vineyard. And I quickly want to head back here to the starter and grab up a few azalea saplings, as I don't really want to use the dark oak for a border and instead use our azalea. As all I really want to do with these are just kind of plan out a little bit. Something in roughly 3 blocks. Then I'm going to leave a 2-block gap before we get in another like 2-block gap, and we just continue this down to where we are getting something like this now with a few gaps here and there. Off of these, then bringing out our core start again, I want to extend them out, and I think I want to bring the vineyard all the way out to this path. And then all the way over there. And it's going to be a pretty big vineyard. So let's just try to get some markings down on this side as well. But here we're just going to cover the entire side. And connecting ourselves up here, let's take a look at this from above. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna work out great. Next up, let's take our coarse dirt and a shovel, which I definitely have on me. Yeah, and I kind of just want to run this off in this direction, keeping that like 3-block gap to the next line eventually. And this might be a little trickier than I thought. These paths doesn't have to be anything super massive. I kind of just want to get something to border up in between the sweet berries. These little sneaking pathways through here look really good. And then with the sweet berries in between, oh, I think this is gonna look so good. And well, I have a stack and a bit. We should probably get them planted so we can get even more. And for this part, I really have no like strategy, idea, or anything. I think I'm just gonna spam them, and then we'll see how it turns out. And these like 1 and a bit stacks got me this far. Well, I have a few more, but 1 stack got me basically 1 row, and that was also a small one. Right. This might take a while. And so while we wait for those to grow up and we have finished a basic idea of this vineyard, it's just a matter of extending it to the other side, doing the exact same thing, just alternating the pathways a little different to make it not as grid-like. Completely filling in that one side with sweet berry bushes, and I love the look of that. And we have this in. Oh, right. I'm just gonna ignore that. We don't need a bridge there. Nope. Now we just need the other one, but I am out of sweet berry bushes, and I could just go harvest it. But I was talking with Skeej, and he did give me a little idea. If we grab some bone, just craft all of this down into bone meal, and just we can bone meal the bushes. Maybe even what if it? How does this work? Oh. Maybe a little OP, but it saves time. We have a bridge to build. Whoop. Oh yeah. Now we just gotta continue filling it in along the pathways. with all of them in. Oh, this is gonna look so good when they're fully grown. But I do really want to get this little bridge area fixed, and I have just grabbed up a few simple blocks here to hopefully get this in. I really am not that good at building bridges, but I have a idea in mind where I do kind of just want to take some mud brick and try to, oh no, not like that, and try to connect these up through something just like that. Sure. Then adding in some stone brick on the sides, and yeah, the side definitely needs more support, so let's extend these up one more block, and then let's see what we can do with some stairs perhaps. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here. What if we... Nope, that looks, yeah, this looks... okay. Okay, I could live with that. Yeah, okay. Yep, that works. Great. Bridge. First try. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. And with our vineyard now looking great, there's a few spots around the valley which still looks a bit empty. So with the motivation high after finishing the vineyard, I just want to run around and decorate the entire valley, placing in a few fields here and there. And grind over. Oh my god, the valley looks so good. I'm in love. I don't often do this, but I'm turning on shaders here, and it's gonna be very laggy because Create and shaders don't really mix well. But oh my god, this valley is so beautiful. Even though it's incredibly laggy, it looks so good. Getting our frames back, there's definitely a few things missing. Like, this is really empty area, and if we just fly up a little bit, this little area back here is also pretty empty. But I have realized I don't have enough time. So far in this video, I've placed 18,267 terraforming blocks, which should match the short block count of 11,552. But episode 4, I underestimated how it would do, and I now owe over 16,000 blocks from that, combining up to a total of 27,872 blocks. With us only having done 18,267 blocks, however, we need another almost 10,000 blocks to complete the challenge. And well, I'm all out of time to record this episode. Therefore, I'm leaving this area behind here as I have a new idea for a new project in this area, and I kind of want to build a castle up here, but I've not decided on that yet. So don't worry, the blocks that I have promised I'll place will be placed eventually. For now though, we can just look at this amazing valley we built with the train tracks, and well, next episode, I want to start my biggest project ever. And I'm so very excited for it, and if you are as well, then make sure to subscribe to not miss when that episode goes live. But thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.